Doma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, some middleweight, super middleweight, right around there, news, right? Billy Joe Saunders, right? Billy Joe Saunders, former middleweight champion. Now he's got the WBO title, if I'm not mistaken, in the super middleweight division. He's suspended right now because that's the guy who did the domestic violence videos showing you how to beat up a girlfriend, among other things. The guy that threw something at Deontay Wilder and ran from him. Kind of crazy guy, gypsy like Tyson Fury. They kind of got the same vibe. He was supposed to fight Demetrius Andrade, right? And he was doped, and so he was suspended for that before the other suspension. This is your boy, Billy Joe Saunders. Got a good mouth on him. He can talk a little bit. So he was one of the front runners to fight Canelo on September, that date that's so important to Canelo. Well, he's decided I ain't fighting Canelo on that date, no matter what. His reasoning is I can't get fit by that time. I ain't gonna be ready. And it's 10 weeks out still, I think, isn't it? About 10 weeks out, he ain't gonna be able to get fit by that time. That's one. Other reason is why should he take a pay cut? He thinks Canelo should take a pay cut. I agree with him on that. Canelo gonna make 30 something, 35 million or whatever. Then he should be able to say, hey, hold up, then when you take a pay cut and let me at least get my little breadcrumbs. But he's not gonna fight. So that's another thing. That's good. Now, here's the point here. Here's the point. Everybody in middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, all y'all got to do is get together and have a meeting. And every one of y'all just say, we ain't fighting Canelo. Right? Just leave Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo by themselves. Right? Leave them by themselves. Because he's not going to fight them. So at the end of the day, that is your leverage. If you all get together, all the ones that he might fight, y'all get together and say, hey, look, he's not going to fight Demetrius Andrade. He's not going to fight Jamal Charlo, no matter what happens on this planet. So that means he'll pay us whatever. You see what he did with Kovalev. Waited till after his Mexican date just to get, and after all these times, these guys can't get fit in 10 weeks, can't get themselves together, which coming off doping, coming off bad fights, right, where they didn't look good in the first place. We shouldn't even be in the running, Billy Joe Saunders, at all. Nobody in America knows him, nothing. There's no reason at all to be trying to fight Billy Joe Saunders in the first place, just like Kovalev. Wasn't no reason. The reason is I ain't fighting Andrade. That's the reason. I ain't fighting Charlo either. That is the reason. So all you guys got to do is get together. I don't care if you're Caleb Plant, uh, Benavides, who else we got up there, even higher. Oh, by the way, Beterbiev, you can stand over there with Jamal Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Beterbiev at light heavyweight, he ain't fight him neither. So you can stand in the he ain't fighting line. You three guys go stand by yourself. The rest of you guys say we ain't fighting you, right? And force him to fight them three guys, one of them three guys, and you'll see how much money you're gonna get. You're gonna get a lot of money. He's gonna do anything to fight somebody, and without those three guys. Now, I said something the other day about Demetrius Andrade because I talk about him all the time. It's important. It's important. Certain people we're gonna talk about all the time. So, and I was thinking, well, nobody be saying that on ESPN. I gotta give Max Kellerman props. He was doing an interview with Andre Ward way back, I think, in January, and they were talking about Demetrius Andrade that no one wants to fight him, and it's just ridiculous that people are getting away with it, something like that. At least they acknowledge the fact that this is one of the top 5 fighters in the world. Now, the only issue I have with that is when you have your vote for pound, put him there. You know where Demetrius Andrade belongs. Put him in the top 5 pound for pound, top 3 and stuff like that. Then, like I've been saying forever, they would have to fight him. Because once you do that, the casual fans is like, who the hell is that? Right? What is he? Ooh, top 2, 3, top 4? Put him number 1. And then then they have to fight him. Then everybody will realize, well, why you ain't fighting somebody that's number 1 pound for pound? He's in your division. But they don't have to ask that. So what they do is they don't put him nowhere even close. Like they're not that good. Like they're not even close. Charlo either, right? So bottom line is Billy Joe Saunders is not fighting Canelo. That's good. That's good. So who would it be now, right? Somebody besides those two brothers, Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo, and that hardcore or the Beterbiev, who done, what is he, about 15-0 with 15 knockouts, something like that. He's 100% knockout ratio. Those are the three guys, and those are the ones that he's not going to fight. And the articles that are actually pro Canelo are still saying, hey, listen, guys, now we can't keep saying that he's not fighting anybody that's hard in any division. Kovalev, that was not good to fight him. He's one of the weakest links, and he was just coming off a hard fight, and he didn't have recovery time. And, you didn't fight Beterbiev or Bivol. With at least Bivol you could have fought. Neither one of them. Then you go to super middleweight, and it's like Roy Fielding. It wasn't even Benavides or Caliplant, or at the time, Uzcategui. You can say whatever. Uzcategui, who's got the key? Him at that time, or even Billy Joe Saunders. Not at that time. And in middleweight, anybody except these two guys that have the championship, right? Belts, champions. So with that being said, Canelo is going. He's up against it right now. We'll see who it's going to be. Like I told you, who it's going to be. Riyata Marata. Vamonos. Renata Marata. Hey, Riyata Marata. That's who it's going to be. It's going to be that dude from Japan, Riyata Marata, who's at 160 pounds, for those who say he doesn't want to fight anybody at 160 pounds. That's who it's going to probably be. And it shouldn't be. And those Canelo fans who are always going to come and just start down disliking what you're doing, it's just, I don't know, do you consider him the best? Right? Because if you do, you'll be like, bring on Andrade, bring on Charlo, like we would do. Like if it was Mayweather or anybody or somebody that a brother might like, they're like, the difference is bring them on. There won't be excuses of why we're not fighting them. Bring them on. That's what you do when you consider the fighter that you like is the best. That's not happening with Canelo. What Canelo fans do is they just get mad when you bring up these names. It's like bring up champions. We can't bring up champions' names nowadays in the same weight division now, in the same weight division before 2 or 3 years ago before, and we'll go up to the weight division he's trying to fight out now. Why wouldn't we want to bring that up if we're into sports, right? I don't get it. Or sportsmanship. Let's see what happens going forward. Bottom line is Billy Joe Saunders is not fighting. So now who? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.